All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna continue developing this project on Active Directory and a cloud hybrid environment, configuring Configuration Manager, SCCM, to through a cloud gateway. So this is video number 7 from what I'm shooting. Um, yeah. Well, anyway, so the point of this video is that we have to configure the environment and the prerequisites. So I'm redoing this video. Uh, Let me go through what I've done so far, and I will clearly get it going. So let's start by going to users or computers, and this is my one Windows device that I have that I previously enrolled into auto enrollment of certificates, so I can obtain certificates. And over here, this is SCCM Configuration Manager, which is the one we're going to work with. Okay, so first I'm going to point out things that I did. So I created organizational units to organize my computers through client desktops and servers. For now, I just have this client, and then I have the users. So what I did, I created users like this admin is going to be in charge of the CCM manager, and the SQL agent will be in charge of the SQL server. And this is my admin guy. So I also made a group that actually contains whoever is going to be managing the CCM configuration manager. So every time I add someone that's going to be involved with that, they have their privileges added to this security group. So the way this is done is, for example, let's go to users, and we'll say let's create a new user. So I come over here and I say SCC manager. Then I'll give them, let's say admin, and then we'll just copy paste this. So that will be his domain. Then I click next. Has already been chosen. Let's just make it short. So it'll vary. Password never expire. And then you give it a password. Then hit next. And then let's just pretend we created this user. Then I created the SQL agent. I went and said repeat the process. User, put the name here, then gave it a password. I created those two. So then over here, let's say I can to admin, and then I say new, and I made a group. So that was these the group inside of this organization or unit. So let's say we'll create a group and then say it's SCCM manager, so global and security, that's the name. And then over here, what I did, for example, I went into, let's say, my users, the administrators. Let me check something. Enterprise, domain, no. So let's see, this is a single user. Single user. So what I did with this group, I went into the properties and members, and from here I added these guys. Also, I went to, let's say, SCCM, check the name, and there it was, these guys. Let's cancel that, and let's say he's not in the group. So members of general, members of Active Directory domain. So what I can do here, I could say domain. Let me check. And then I could give them group privileges, make them admins, administrator, designated administrator, computer admins, controllers, and etc. So I put that, I put those privileges into that group. But by itself, since they are global, they got admin rights to manage whatever. So I added, you can see the members are these guys. And for that, that is it. So they are that group, then I associated with this computer, which if you go to the properties, it's member of the domain computers. Let me see who's also added. Location managed by member of domain computers, because they're already members. So if anything needs to be added later, I can delegate this group of admins designated by group. Let's find the SCCM. All right, so right here, I can just add my group and they are part of it. Right now, these guys right here, they can all manage. So let me delete this because I'm not going to use it. So they can all manage that. So let's get to the preparation of this environment. All right. So let's move into Configuration Manager. Right. So once you're right here, I'm gonna show you what I done. Went to downloads. But I need to locate. Items. It looks like I lost files. Yesterday there was files that were lost because I had quite a couple of things already defined. So it looks like I will have to repeat that action. So let's go into the browser. Start without my data, continue, confirm browser. All right, so let's check what we did yesterday. So there's gonna be a file that we need to download. MCM config mg ard. Let's see, and you can get this from the Microsoft Evolve Center. So Evolve Center, let me see. Excuse me. So hit this download. And once it's done, we're gonna require, let me see if I got 7-zip. 7-zips here with me. Okay. And then I have it. All right, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, so I see that one file. It's here from, so this is the file that I'm downloading. I'm able to see it now. So once you download that file, what you're gonna do unzip it. 7-zip is the one that's gonna do it. And then you said extract here. It is extracted. Yeah. So once this is open, we don't have to expand our Active Directory environment. So, but first, let's show you some things we need to do in our, let me cancel this download quickly because it's unnecessary. It'll be a waste of space. Actually, no. This is the one download I was looking for. And let's jump back into our Active Directory. And over here, what we need to do, we'll have to create something. So first, I'm going to show you how to create a container. How to create a container in Active Directory. All right, so first I want to go back into my configuration manager and go into computer management. Device manager, compute manager, let's see, computer. Mhm. Computer management. And let's delegate, this computer into local users and groups. Let me see what I have here. Administrator, default, groups. We got all these groups. Then we got the computer administrator. And then over here, we'll look into the properties. And then hit add. I already add all these guys over here. My domain controller users, then there's this machine itself, and then you got this group managing the computer, the administrators and the computers. So from here, it's easy to just manage that computer with the group that I assign. It's locally assigned, and it's started on Active Directory. So all you gotta do is type the host name, go over here and say objects and include computers. So look, and then SCCM, you check, and then here's a computer, you can add it and it'll be managed by the admins. That's something I did. But let's say cancel and keep moving and press OK. All right, let's keep moving forward. Now we can just go into Server Manager. uh, Server Manager. Let's point back at our domain and go into Server Manager. And then over here on the tools, IDS edit. And then right here, let's say action, file, connect. Now hold on. Let me double check this. We just connect to our LDAP directory. And then I start right here. Then everything that's on that directory. Then go to system. And then it's the same menu. It's just all the items. Then just say new object. And then from here, you're gonna search for container. Then you go next. Then just put the value like system management. make sure it's well spelled. Then go here, the attributes, admin description, optional, leave everything the way it is. Let me, and then just click OK. Then just click OK, and I guess you leave everything the way it is. But in my case, I'm not going to click OK, because I already have that object. I will show you where I have it. System management. So it's right here, empty container. And then from there, I'm going to build something. Once you have that, go back into users and computers, and view, add and remove columns, details. Let me see, because we'll have more options to see more things. To see more things here. Like you can just to add more features, advanced features. And when you go to system, you can find the same menu. Over here, we got our system management. So from here, we're gonna prepare this container. We will delegate control. Delegate control, you're gonna get the wizard, click next, and then you say add groups, and then you just check on objects, then click computers, and then SCCM, check name. So over here, what you can see, it's a computer, and that's what you need to do. You add it, and then say okay, and then hit next, and click on these box, create custom task to delegate, right? Next. Let's get back, just in case I missed something. Create custom task, and make sure I got this right. Hit next. It's a little glitchy though. And then next again. And then over here, we'll delegate full control to whatever item it's inside. Make sure these two boxes are checked. The specific child objects. And from here, we'll hit next. And that's it. That's the control and delegation. It's been done on this system management container. That's all we need to do for that part. Finish up, and let me see, you check properties on this. And then let's say security, and then check on this and it has full control. You can check who has full control, the admins, the enterprise. Admin, they don't. It's a good way to manage privileges in your environment. You should check who does have control of this. And for right now, this is all we needed to do. And then we head back to Configuration Manager. Head into File. Then go into the bin 64 and search for X data. It's taking a second. Say X. And then let's look for this file quickly. That's a lot of content here. Let me see X dot. It's, this file we're looking for has a T on it. X dot. All right, so this is the X dot. So press down Shift and say right click and then look copy path. Open CME, CMD as an admin and copy paste this and press enter. And then you need to get this successfully extended the Active Directory schema, and that's done. You can do a quick GP update so things get populated. GP update. It's been successfully done. But if it does, I usually have to press force on this. Press force on that, and then that's all you need to do. So things being updated the way we need it. If you have a little bit of trouble getting this tool successfully stretched, it's usually just check on the logs. Because it'll give you errors, and usually the errors are networking based, so you have to do with networking. Maybe if you're using VMware, you might need to install the VMware tools or check on this device IP address because it should be pointing at the DNS for the domain controller as the DNS. And also sometimes it just doesn't recognize the host name of the domain controller. All right, so quickly we're gonna open up some firewall rules that need to be opened up. So let's go into let's say network firewall. Okay, so so once we over here, we're gonna go into restore default, advanced settings, troubleshoot, allow an app feature through a firewall. Let's see. No. Change notification, turn on. Let's do advanced. No. Let me check something. Okay, so let's create rules. But let me, because I didn't really mention what I just did. Um, it was the last, hold on. Oh, I can't go back through this part. So let's just close that. So over here in advanced settings, you can go inbound rules, then new rule, and then you're gonna make a port rule. And then just a port rule and click next and apply this port numbers. I think you want to use 1433, 1433, 33, and then let's see. I don't have a comma functioning, so 44 gives me a comma, and then the next port. Oh, I'm sorry about this. I had made a mistake and press something. Let's find the next port we need to open, which is gonna be, I think it's 4022. 4022. I am quite sure about that. And if not, I'm just gonna correct that. So 4022, next, and then private, public, only the domain should be, then you can give it a name. You can say SQL port, but I'm not gonna do that because I already have it. So you see my SQL port, say any on 1433 and then 422. So that's out of the way. And with that, I'm shorting this video right now, and then we'll make another video on the configurations of SCCM. Thank you.